在美国纽约州西北部 Seneca 族保留区有一所高中，在2010年成立模拟联合国原住民议题常设论坛的社团。虽然社团名称有"模拟"2个字，却是扎扎实实的利用课后的社团时间，进行确实参与联合国原住民议题常设论坛的准备工作。课程内容从认识联合国、了解联合国原住民族权利宣言开始，延伸到对部落和族群所面临的挑战和困难，可以怎么运用，甚至是要求联合国体系机构提供实质的协助。这群小小年纪的高中生都是原住民族权利运动的重要种子。一起来看这则LiMA新闻世界采访团队远赴美国纽约所做的专题采访报道。
The same battles that our elders are fighting now. If countries truly want to help their indigenous youth, then they must listen to us. Do not tell us what is good for us. Ask us, the indigenous peoples and youth who live with the burden of societal ills.
What the group does is really we've been training all year to come to here and speak on indigenous issues. Everyone in our group is 14 to 18. We're still in high school, so. We have multiple training days throughout the year. We get off from school, well not off from school, but we get taken out of school so we can train to be here from September pretty much all the way up to right now. It really depends, but we would talk about the UNDRIP and the FPIC, is that what it's called? Yeah, the FPIC, and we learn a lot about, and we try to, the statements, prepare them, so.
14岁到18岁的年纪，这群高中生努力将自己和族人的声音带到联合国。
When we first start this group, you don't really think about anything. You think you're just joining a group to try to make a change, and then when you actually come here, you realize that there's a lot more indigenous people that have the same problem as you, and that us as youth have to step up because we're the future of all of this, and we have to be part of it, and we have to start now, or else we're not going to get our voices heard.
萨拉曼卡高中位在美国纽约州西北部，学生大多是来自 Seneca 族保留区的原住民学生，以及部分其他族群以及非原住民学生。从2010年开始进行模拟联合国原住民议题常设论坛的社团训练。
One of the reasons why we started a student group on indigenous issues was so many times as a tribe, as a nation, the Seneca Nation, we've had to fight against the United States government. We've had to defend our treaties, and that really does not belong in the United States courts. Our treaty rights and all those issues belong on an international level. The United Nations is attracted us to want to learn more how to use this system and how to train and educate our youth to the United Nations and how the system works so they can advocate at a higher level.
And it's both indigenous and non-indigenous. Anybody can join. We have high standards once they're in the group. So they come and they want to see what it's about, and we say these are the things that you have to do. You have to attend all of the events with us. You have to be passing all of your classes. You have to be staying out of trouble. And we usually, this is 15 students. I think we started with 20 to 25 this year. And that's about normal. We'll have a big group because it's a free trip to New York City. And then as time goes on, the people who really believe will make it.
And throughout all this time, in the eyes of the community, a lot of our people aren't educated or have real no knowledge about the United Nations and how that can be used to change any communities. And for a long time, our communities have actually been, in fights with governments and resistance with governments because of, colonization and trying to take over lands and challenging our sovereignty. And so when we are saying, you know, we'd like to go to the United Nations, even our own community being unsure about what that really means, they know that it must mean something because of the goal and the mission of the group, and that's to teach them how to, you know, successfully fight in a way that uses the system again in protecting their sovereignty, protecting culture and language and religion and all of that they see important.
I wanted to join this group because, well, I've been a real big part of my culture. I go to Longhouse and do all the ceremonies since I was just a little guy, you know. And then, like, I heard about this group when I was, like, in 9th and 10th grade, but, like, I didn't really, like, think anything of it until I really looked into it. And then it sounded real cool, you know. They're coming to the UN, talk about indigenous rights and help out the community. So, like, that's just what I want to do. You know? I like my tradition, so I'll do anything I can to help it out.
在课业之外，这群原住民青少年在社团中大量接触原住民族权利相关议题，也开始思考在生活中所看到的问题。
Drug and alcohol, is that what you mean? It's a big thing in our community. Yeah, youth and everyone. Like, a lot of my family like get caught up in that situation. That's why I work so hard to not get in school, you know, get stay away from that. And like, I also see a lot of people like, for like sports in instance, there's a lot of good athletes around, but they get caught up in the alcohol and drugs and stuff like that, and it's just wasted talent, you know. I hate seeing that stuff.
稚嫩的脸庞在人群前说话仍然会紧张，但这些年轻的领袖眼神坚定，对所面对的挑战有许多想法。
I'd say like maybe like more community stuff for like the kids and stuff, you know, like get them stuff to do, you know, get them away from other stuff, you know. Like they build like community centers and like just trying to build other stuff to keep them on the track, you know.
在今年的联合国原住民议题常设论坛上，17岁的 Nathan Abrams 代表整个团队，针对大会主题之一原住民青年自杀和自残的议题，朗诵准备了好几个月的声明稿，内容铿锵有力，认为要防范自杀，就必须要赋权给原住民青年。
And so now you will all realize that we will do it carefully and with purpose. We honor each other, the people. Thank you.
Kind of our solution that we came up with was that we need to empower indigenous youth, you know, to, you know, because if people feel strong, then they won't, you know, resort to that kind of thing. So one of our solutions that we came up with, for example, was to expand higher education for indigenous youth, because, you know, if people can keep learning and have access to those kinds of things, then they'll be able to enrich their lives.
在社团参与以及实际参与联合国会议的过程中，学生对未来要怎么促进、捍卫原住民族权利，也产生许多想法。
Well, I'd like to work hard in school, get better education, educate myself, get a better chance to go to college so I can, you know, do good there, get academic there, and then come back to my community and try to spread it there. Because, you know, like, that's what they need. They're going to need like more role models too, because it's pretty rough where we are, so I'm just trying to make a difference here. Come here, learn some things.
I'm Jaded, and I'm from the Seneca territory. I'm Turtle Clan. I'm 15, and my main focus is to educate other people of the UNDRIP to defend themselves.
非原住民的孩子也有非常深刻的学习与体会。
My name is Sierra Gray. I go to high school with the rest of these students on the Allegheny territory, and when I came here, I learned that all around the world that people, like, if they feel like bad, they want to harm themselves, is that you can't, like, if you feel bad, you can't be stuck in your ways and you can't say nobody wants to help you, because everybody feels that way sometimes, and you just need to talk to them, and that together, if we all work together, that we could stop it, because we think we're so different from each other, but we're really the same.
What we saw the first year was kids that came in thinking about what teenagers think about, you know, talking about video games and everything else, and had found a place where people listened to them and where their voice mattered, and they felt that their voice mattered, and really came across, and by the time that they left, really felt empowered, as she said.
Most important thing I've learned so far being here is that you can really get a lot of support from people you don't know if you just talk to them.
Like, you can really make lifelong friends here, and you can get support from all around the world. And they can be going through the same thing that you are.
And started this group, and I am just pleased with the progress they're making, the direction they're going, the leadership that's coming out of these kids. Even after they graduate and go on in their lives, they're still leaders. We're hearing from them. Some kids are going to college that never went to college. No one in their family ever went. And some of the kids didn't think they could go to college in their heads. They're smart, but they didn't believe they could go to college. And these experiences have changed them.
部落和族国自治政府也看到了孩子的成长与改变，全力提供所有需要的资源与支持。
Support that we have gotten from the Seneca Nation has been immense because they recognize that these are their future leaders and would like to provide them with the opportunities to serve on such platforms like this. We don't really need governments to support us because we got ourselves to support and our communities and our people. And so then when we come here, it's support not just from reservations and our people at home, but it's support from the overall indigenous people in our country, and then the overall indigenous peoples in the world, because they too would like to know how to do some of the things that our group is doing, the kids are doing.
My name is Cameron Cook, and I'm of the Turtle Clan from the Seneca Nation, Allegheny Territory, and our main focus is to stop drug and alcohol abuse around our community.
I'm Nathan Abrams. I'm 17. I'm Seneca from Allegheny Territory. And the issue that I am most concerned with is preserving our culture and language.
My name is Eric George. I'm part of the Seneca tribe from Seneca. I'm 18 years old. I'm focused on the issue of drugs and alcohol.
Hi, there's a Eric. Tonawanda Seneca, Turtle Clan. My biggest education for youth and passing our traditions down.
今天要带各位观众朋友认识一位在都会区美发业打拼的布农族人。国中毕业后，他就一个人从南投到台北，立志要成为美发师。带您一起来认识。
我觉得头发就是一个艺术，它就是当你有新的想法、有新的 idea 的时候，它会给你很多 surprise。
一刀一刀细心的为客人打造新发型。今年26岁的设计师亮，热情的和客人聊天，好像话匣子打开了就停不了。剪完了头发，亮还会为每一位自己剪过头发的客人来拍照，把照片上传到脸书分享。
这很屌。
来这边好像来找朋友一样，不会觉得说我今天是来消费的。 对，然后会像朋友一样聊天，然后他会给我们最好的服务，对，所以我已经给他剪了6、7年了。
剪头发，我们或许会遇到一个状况，就是除了告诉设计师想要什么样的发型之后，就不知道接下来要说些什么。但来到亮这边剪头发，似乎不会发生这样的状况。
平常设计师可能一边剪，可能跟你聊个2句，可能就会停住了。可是他不一样，他就是会一直跟你聊，因为。 宜兰人嘛，我宜兰人，然后会比较喜欢这种亲切感，就感觉像好像不是第一次见面这样，就很有亲切感。
因为很38，嘴巴。因为我本身就很喜欢聊天，所以我就真的超害怕，如果在剪头发客人都不讲话的时候，我可能自己会开始很担心，说他是不是讨厌我？我会很在乎客人的感受。
亲切感是亮给客户的第一印象。从国小就立志当美发师，原因是可以不用伸手和家人要钱。15岁国中毕业之后，就开始踏入美发业，只身北上半工半读。第一个落脚的地方就选择到美发业林立，掌握时下流行脉动的东区来挑战。不过路都还没开始走，就碰了钉子。
那个时候也不知道说东区它是一个非常繁华的地方，就只知道到台北，然后一进去的时候，就有一个设计师从旁边就说：“哇，好黑哦！” 他是来应征我们店助理的吗？然后他的表情就是很像很惊吓，有吓到这样子。我不知道是不是因为本身的肤色黑，然后那时候以前痘痘又很多，然后很多设计师都不太敢让我碰他们的客人。然后我觉得应该是说一个因缘际会下，刚好有一个设计师就觉得其他设计师这样对我不太行，然后他就开始花他的时间，下班时间，然后陪我留下来一起练人头道，大概都会练超过3个小时以上，然后就不断的鼓励我，然后不断的提拔我，就一直给我自信，就跟我说你要相信自己可以。
在同行设计师的协助下，他花了2年的时间就当上了设计师，也培养了许多固定客源。为了更精进自己的技术，辗转来到公馆，一待就是8年。亮说，像他一样从部落北上打拼的人很多，但最后都没能坚持下去，这也是促使他跳出来创业开店的原因。
我觉得，因为原住民本身也对美比较有那个怎么讲，他们对美感本来就比较敏锐。所以我觉得，其实，在原住民也蛮适合去做像美容美发这样子行业。然后，我也希望说，借着自己开这家店，然后也可以帮助那些跟我以前遇到问题的原住民，也能够给他们自信，帮助他们。
这家美发店从无到有都是由亮来打造，简单的室内设计，个性比较单纯的他说，创业过程可以看清很多事情，哪些是真正的朋友，也逼自己必须面对学习理财的规划。
那时候就金额就只剩10万，然后其实很多的资金都是必须要跟朋友借，很多的时候你都会遇见朋友，就是可能表面上支持啊，然后真正要借钱的时候，我觉得就很能够看出他是。虽然说每个人他都有权利要不要借钱，可是我觉得在这个过程中，我学习到自己一定要自力更生。
固定会寄钱回家的亮，在刚开店的前几个月没有多余的收入可以给父母，因此让父母担心。但在细心经营客源，开店将近1年，就已经有足够的金钱能够贴补家用。乐观的他认为钱够用就好。
像金钱，我是从来都不会担心，就是即便客人很少，我都不会担心金钱。我比较担心的是这个客人他有没有信任我，因为当一个客人信任你的时候，他会为你带来更多的人潮。对啊，你都用指甲洗哦？
对啊，你看我指甲拼命抓。哇！我还用梳子去刮嘞。
安尼唔好啦。
对啊，我知道啊，头皮较
这样头皮会对着受伤。很多的时候，为什么我跟客人很好的原因，是因为客人还会教我说，他想要剪怎样的发型，然后我因为有这样子的客人，让我学到非常多的发型。以前的我的个性可能就会觉得说我不要，因为我不敢突破，因为我只想做最保守的。可是自从我慢慢的听客人的话去做这些东西的时候，我发现我的风格非常多，然后我甚至眼界也慢慢打开。
从部落北上台北东区公馆，最后决定自行独立创业，前后花了10多年的时间。这家店不只是亮的心血，也是为了完成他心中小小的愿望。
就是我希望以后也可以在自己的家乡或者哪个偏远的地方，就是可以教导他们如何剪头发，因为剪头发是最快就可以赚到钱，就不需要器材，你只要一把剪刀，对啊，哪怕当做零用钱也不错。因为
不靠广告宣传，只透过客人彼此介绍，即便辛苦，但亮不怕，心想打造一个环境，让客人完全信任他，也是他秉持做美发的信念。记者丹巴扎克新北市中和采访报道。